Legend, what is going on? This is the Gym Boss Podcast, and I've got a little bit of a different episode here again today. This is about a news report that a Queensland trainer or X Trainer from a big commercial gym here has come out, and the headline reads, "Personal trainer makes commercial gym unpaid labor allegations," that it's a scam, and that these commercial gyms and all the clients of those gyms are inadvertently supporting this scam of unpaid labor. So if you guys are new to the podcast here, I'm going to talk about my thoughts and ideas on this. But if you guys are new to the podcast here, welcome. This is for gym owners, specifically for gym owners that want to be able to, have more freedom, have more time off with their friends and their family. And we do that by helping them on this podcast with, particularly with sales, marketing, personal development, and anything else you need to be able to grow and be successful. And if any time during this podcast you're like, that's cool, I want to find out more about what Jimmy does and his team, we are a marketing agency and we do it just for gyms. And you can go and check out what we do at iwantgymleads.com. That's iwantgymleads.com, and you can go and check it out and see our services and what we provide for clients over there. Right, so now this here, if I'm going to say that coming out of the gate here, this is my personal opinion here, and not all of, this is not a thing about being hard on facts or anything, but this is how I feel about certain things and my experience with people over my years of my life, not just in business, but in everything. And I'm going to just go through this and then I'll summarize a little bit about what I think here. But this girl has come out saying she was a trainer of this big commercial gym chain here called Good Life in Australia, and saying it's a scam being run by Good Life, where she had to pay rent to the gym, $310, I think it was. If I keep looking this way, if you're on camera, it's because I'm looking at the document at the thing over here. So saying that there was $310 a week in rent, plus doing those intro sessions. That's what she's claiming about, those introductory sessions where it's like, hey, cool, you're new to the gym, here, buy a 3-pack of PT sessions for like $99 or whatever. And then $99 goes to the gym. The trainer has to conduct the 3 sessions for free. And she's whinging about that and saying that it's a scam. Now, my thoughts on this is that, well, good. They shouldn't have to pay for it, because the gym, if you are a gym owner listening to this, obviously this is a big commercial gym, but they still got the same thing. Massive rent, massive expenses. Most of these are inside shopping centers, and the leases on those things are ridiculous. Massive equipment costs, massive utility bills, massive staff wages, massive taxes, massive everything. Massive, massive, massive everything. Now, these people are coming in to work. These trainers are coming in to work as their own business inside of the Good Life gym. That's what it is. So these aren't staff. They aren't employees. These are people that are signing contracts and agreements to use their gym to run their own businesses out of. That's the difference. They're not an employee. And that's where the line is getting blurred here, saying that she's disgusted and using these words like disgusted and scam. But the funny thing is, at the end of this article, she goes down and she starts plugging her new gym. Like it's like an ad for her gym, which is on news.com.au. And this was posted last week. Don't know the date here. February 25th, this was posted. But that's the difference. This is the thing that just grinds my gears with the news and people trying to portray a message and so have a look at the actual details of what's happening. There's a difference between an employee. Now, if this person was an employee on a salary, on a wage, and then they were getting paid to do all these things, great. But you know what? You're your own business in this scenario. You're paying the rent. So instead of you having to go out and negotiate or find a space, negotiate a lease, actually have the capital to put down the 3 months up front and whatever else you need to put down it for rent as a bond, and then to find and source the equipment or pay for the lease on all the equipment, instead of having to do all of that and all the stress and the heartache of trying to go through all that stuff, you just pay them a $300 a week rent. And you get access to a premium facility that you can run your business however you see fit. And they're even giving you free leads. You don't have to do your own marketing. This is ridiculous. This is what To summarize this is the mentality of, I want something for nothing. I'm not going to take full ownership. That's placed the blame somewhere on somebody else. Or even in this case, from what I can see, is let's bring somebody else down so I can promote myself, which is the worst way to advertise yourself. The worst way to advertise yourself. So I don't know this girl's name. I'm not going to use her name anyways because it's not like I have a huge following here or whatever, but just out of respect for her, you can go and find the article yourself on news.com.au. Personal trainer makes commercial gym unpaid labour allegations. You can go and check it out, and that was posted on the February 25th of this year, 2021. And that's just the stuff, like this sort of stuff here is what really grinds my gears. Mooney, but they owe me. I'm not succeeding because of somebody else. Yes, this is again mentality of somebody that's got a weak mindset. In my mind, it's a weak mindset because they are not taking complete ownership over their whole actions. She said there was like a trainer list there of like 25 people and only 4 or 5 of them were successful. You know, those 4 or 5 successful people were because they were working on themselves. They were doing personal development. They were working on being able to like how to, converse with people and to leverage those free sessions into actually turning into paid clients long term. Like that's a free leg up. If you are a gym owner listening to this, you're probably going, man, I wish I had free leads coming to me every day. Like I wish I had free leads every day. And it just blows my mind. Ayrton is on, my man. Good to see you. So it really is I want something for nothing mentality. And like, you owe me, I deserve this. This is self-entitlement. Because I'm paying you $310 a week in rent, I should be successful. Bullshit. You should not be successful. You have to take, a weak mindset is why she failed at the previous facility. And entitled, this is what Chris is saying here live on this here. A weak mindset is why she failed at the previous facility. An entitled and negative mindset is why her next venture will turn out the same, sadly. And that's true. It is sad because that is true. I talk in various different forms of this, maybe not on the podcast, but definitely with my team every single day. And that is literally what happened. What went wrong in your day yesterday that was completely your fault? And if whatever it went wrong yesterday was always your fault. And you got to be able to take the ownership of that. Maybe I didn't do the right things. Maybe it's this, like, I'm splitting hairs here a little bit, but like, let me summarize this. Being self-entitled, having the I want something for nothing attitude, just because you're paying for something means you're entitled to like be successful is completely wrong. It's completely wrong. And if you have people in your life that are like this, it's hard because you can't help people evolve like overnight. It does take time to develop this sort of this extreme ownership over your life. But once you do get extreme ownership over your whole life, starting with yourself, with your mindset, and about the controllables that you can control, and not being butthurt about all the shit that doesn't go your way, but you could still leverage these not so great outcomes and turn them into a positive. You need to be that kind of person. Like those are the things that that really signify a weak mindset versus a strong mindset. So if you can see somebody that is like resilient and can turn a situation into a positive, like no matter those 4 or 5 trainers that were successful were learning sales. They were probably learning some sort of marketing. They were learning how to like conduct consultations. They were doing all these things, probably working the floor, while the rest were like, I bet you they were like spending more time on Instagram and more time on, YouTube or fucking doing whatever, compared to actually doing the skills that are necessary, whether they feel like it or not, and not being entitled. They know, look, I've got the opportunity to be here by paying my $300 a week rent, but that is not mean that I'm going to succeed instantaneously. It means I've got to do the work. Do the work always pays off. Doing the work always pays off. Let me say that again. Doing the work always pays off. Mooney, you're a legend, dude. I'll speak to you soon. And so to summarize this, strong mindset versus a weak mindset. And you can see it in the way that people talk in your day-to-day life. And it is literally, if people placing blame on somebody else or something, or complaining about something else, that is a very good sign that they are a little bit weak in the mindset and not taking full ownership of it over their situation. And those are the people that will stay stuck forever. And you can see on the flip side of that is the complete opposite. Taking ownership are the people that succeed, are the people that win. So, like, this is the stuff that, like, this ownership, being a victim, weak mindsets, that is something that really grinds my gears, because for people that have gone through rough times and come out of it, and I've been through my fair share of heaps of really shitty, crappy times, but persevered. And then when you see somebody stuck and playing a victim in something so small and so minor and simple like this, you can see, like, you can do this, you can get out of this, but they're still sitting there going, oh, poor me, because they get more likes and more attention for being negative and bringing down other people. I just have no time for that. And it just, anyway. So to summarize here, I know I said to summarize a couple of times, but this person here clearly doesn't have what it takes to cut out in business, because it's like, this is unpaid labor, it's a scam. There's a difference. If you're on salary and then someone works time that they're not paid, well, that's about unpaid labor. But if you're paying rent, like, you're a business owner, everything is unpaid labor until you get a check from a client. That is it. You cannot rely on it from somebody else. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, share it, like, take a screenshot of the podcast, share it on Instagram, tag me at the Jimmy Halley, or Facebook on the same. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, share it, tag me at the Jimmy Halley. And if you're a gym owner and you're listening to this and you're like, you know what, actually that guy's speaking some sense, and you want us to do your advertising for you, go over to our website, check it out, iwantgymleads.com. iwantgymleads.com. You can go over there, you can go check it out, and you can see about our done-for-you marketing services for gyms, where we take that all off your hands for you and be able to do it all for you. Until next time, legends, this is Jimmy. Peace. I know this is a little bit different from the usual, like, tactical sort of ones, but this is to give you a little bit more insight into what I think about this breaking news story, and about what really resonates with me, and people that I respect, and people that I can, that need to work on themselves. Till next time, legends, this is Jimmy. Peace.